What's one thing most people wouldn't believe about you?
Bismillah
What's
ar-Rahman
one thing
ar-Rahim.
most people wouldn't...
Alhamdulillah. Wassalatu wassalamu wa rasulillah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We're listening to a very interesting video right now. I'm trying to block the sister as much as possible at the same time it's hard sometimes to get, so I know you guys understand, I'm trying to keep it as halal as possible. Bismillah. Very important thing. Now, the sister makes a few disclaimers that she believes that it's important to get married, and it's important to have a family and so on. But then she follows up with something what's called a rational excuse. What is a rational excuse, my brothers and sisters? It is a justification to make yourself feel good or better in a situation that is not very comfortable. It is something that is used very much in the modern day times, and it is something that is not actually necessarily an reason. Let me make it like that. It's an explanation. It's an excuse. Is it really the truth? There's a lot to be said, but let's hear the sister, inshallah.
What's one thing most people wouldn't believe about you?
The fact that I'm 45 years old, the question right after is like, are you married? Do you have kids? And it's kind of sad because I feel like society only focuses on those two accomplishments for women when there's so much more to women than just marriage and kids. Sometimes it makes me feel small. Most of the time I get embarrassed, believe it or not. And I'm like, no. And then it's like, immediately you see like the pity in their eyes. Society still puts women in a box that they're only good for marriage and kids. I mean, those two things are absolutely amazing. Sometimes they happen, sometimes they don't. If they don't happen, the world is your oyster. Women can go out there, do fantastic things. So let's not limit women to just those two things, please.
What comments do you get specifically from your parents?
I think my parents are cool with it right now. Like, it doesn't really bother them as much as it used to in my 20s and 30s. I think they...
All right. Look, bottom line is, she says she believes that it's important to get married, but what about if you cannot? And the pressure of the family and so on. This is a deeper problem, brothers and sisters, something that we, the Muslims in the West and in the East right now, are faced with. First of all, I'd like to say that there's an issue with sometimes family. They're not willing to help. There is an issue with imams and masjids. They're not willing to help. Why? Usually because, again, if anything goes wrong, no one really wants to take responsibility. And because we've grown in a society where it's like what's called the bystander effect. The bystander effect is where you just bystand and you just let things happen. More complex issue, but it makes it's a connection here on this point. You just let things happen. Like, well, I can't really do anything because I don't want to get involved because it might come back at me. And if everyone does that, now imagine where are we going to end? We're not going to end anywhere because no one wants to help anyone. Now, the sister's giving what's called a rational excuse. Obviously, I pray that women are not really actually believing this. But this is a fact, though. She's saying the fact because a lot of women are not getting married. Some of them, believe it or not, because they don't want to. Now, in this case, I don't feel the sister that she didn't want to. It just probably she wasn't able to. Why wasn't she able to? It can be a plethora of things, such as family not helping, such as community not helping, such as some men not being available. And yes, the marriage market is very, very competitive and very difficult. There are a lot of issues right now where it's hard to find a right spouse. And compatibility issues, not to mention delays, education, and many other things. However, and this is a fact, okay, this I'm not going to hold it against the sister or any other sister because it's a fact. You can't help it. Like, okay, a lot of sisters want to get married. How many women message us and they tell us, look, find me someone. I want someone. In the Muslim Alpha Men community, find me one of your Muslim Alpha. Many. The reality is that a lot of us, even personally, who do I recommend? There are very few number of people that I would be comfortable enough to put my name on. It's a fact. And with all the scandals and cancel culture, and when people are not happy, accusations, issues, misbehaviors, people are very scared to get married. The bad stories, the horror stories, everyone's online. People are very, very scared to get married. It's just the truth. It's a fact. Now, the only problem that I have is that you should be encouraging, and like that's the thing with this video, it's kind of like yes, but no, yes, but no, yes, but no. It's a little bit safe. Doesn't seem like the sister's just like, nah, forget it. But the mistake is that we're losing value and value propositions when it comes to men and women. Women, indeed, we shouldn't be telling, oh, the women are only known for, it's not that they're only known for that, but that is one of their greatest, main values that they bring to this world. And it's a huge value. And it's a very, very dear and extremely, extremely valuable asset to humanity. And no one should convince you, sisters, otherwise. Because it goes from a rational excuse to a belief where you now believe that no, women are not supposed to actually do that. And then there's the second category of women, not this sister, it seems, alhamdulillah, the second category of women who come in, not that they ended up not getting married because it was difficult, whatever, so what can I do? But actually those who choose not to get married, who make these specific choices in their life at very sensitive stages in their life, and therefore they do not get married. They encourage other women not to get married, to have fun, to discover themselves. And in the end, that's what they do. And they cause a lot of corruption and fitna. Last but not least, sisters, in the end, everything is nasib, no doubt, and qadr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But we need to do our part. A lot of sisters make a mistake at some point in their development, especially when they have and hold the most value. Now, value is not because it's a social construct or because man have put a value to it. It's because your biology, your DNA has stamped that value on you, and you cannot deny that. You can rationally excuse yourself from it, but bottom line is you cannot deny it. So make better choices. I would say the market is very, very weak because a lot of women, they pull themselves out of the marriage market at a specific time, i.e. 18, 19 to 23. And because of that, a lot of men end up competing for whatever women are out there. When these women re-enter the market at 25, 27, most of the guys are gone with those women or other issues that now cause these women who have re-entered the market not to have spouses. Then they reach 30, 35, then it's very, very late or too late. The only problem is, brothers and sisters, that, and sadly, I don't like to talk about this, but how do these people cope with the sexual desires? How do these people cope with the loneliness, with the lack of, because your body's screaming, your body's designed, you ovulate, you have certain hormonal cycles. It's taboo to speak about, but it's so difficult. And that's why society becomes so messed up. And people will slip, because when you've been hungry for days and weeks and months and years, at some point you're going to want to eat, whether it's halal food or haram food. And this is just facts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. We need to start moving more as community leaders, as school principals, imams of masajid, board leaders, to continue. Please, masajid boards, build marriage systems and marriage services in your masajid, in your community. Make it easy, parents, for your children to get married. Help them. Fathers, stop messing about. Help your daughters to get married. And the whole community should contribute to encourage women and men to get married as early as possible. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Barakallahu fikum. And don't forget to check our services at Nikagram. And that's going to be tagged into this video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Great service to get married, inshallah, at Nikagram.